Olaf of Unforgettable. Welcome to 69 Faces of Rock. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty great. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. Nice.
You are currently touring US. We are in Joliet. How are things going for you, and what kind of reception are you getting?
I would say that it's a pretty successful tour for us. It's been the reception has been great. You know, it's when you get out on the tour, you really don't know what it's going to be like, especially when you're like support. But I have a feeling that we have a pretty good ratio of our fans also coming out to the show. So it's been like almost every show has been very, very intense, and we got like a great reception, and a lot of our fans also coming out to this tour where we are support.
Excellent. How long has it been since you last toured US?
Well, we've been playing quite a bit in US this year, but we did a West Coast tour run in April, and then we played Hell's Heroes earlier this year. But apart from that, we haven't been in the US since 2019.
Do you see the difference in how the fans are getting to know you between 2019 and now?
It's I said that turnouts are better now, but that could also be a timing thing, you know, and a little bit of who you are touring with and what kind of audience you draw. It's like it seems like it's always different type of crowds coming out to your show depending on who you tour with.
That's right. Let's talk history. How did Enforcer become a band?
Well, short story is, we were like a group of people from our tiny hometown called Arvika. Played together like in different bands, like during pretty much our entire upbringing, which eventually turned into like Enforcer. And how did it do that? I don't know. It was just an idea. We with my death metal bands, we used to like cover bands like Exciter and Motorhead and Venom, and I kind of always felt that was like the essence of the heavy music that I wanted to recreate. So I wrote a couple of tunes and put them out on MySpace, where it got like pretty viral for a while, so that kind of gave birth to the band. And we've been doing that ever since.
How long did it take you to kind of find your own style and voice?
Little by little. If I listen to our first album, I can kind of hear exactly, it's very obvious who the influences were, Basically a lot of, just doing, more or less, we were doing a lot of genre. We wanted to sound like a new wave of British heavy metal band, and that's it. But the more albums we done, the more songs we written, the more we know what's our style and not, and I think that's a development that never ends, I think the more.
Let's talk about that new album. Let's show it. That was Into the Night, right?
That's the first album, yeah.
First album.
Yeah.
You want to show it? There you go, right there.
Yeah.
And what do you remember from that time frame?
It was. We had. What do I remember from there? We had. I think our demos were very successful online, and I think I felt a lot of pressure on making it as good as I thought the demos were, because I really enjoyed the demos. But basically, like all the songs were mine, and we recorded this like in a few weeks. Pretty much self-produced, more or less, completely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would you say things progressed from the first album to Diamonds, which was your second record?
Yeah,
you want to show that one?
That was a pretty big, dramatic change.
Yes.
We became a band on this album.
Yep.
That's like the biggest step. On the first album, it was my songs, my lyrics, my everything, pretty much. But on this album, we became a band. Everybody participated in songwriting, everybody participated in what direction we would go. It was like a lot, like that was like a band effort for real. Because I think we saw, the potential in the band with the first album, and then it motivated everybody in the band to continue write songs and to participate in all kinds of ways. And we played shows, we did tours, you know, so we really got together more and became a real band.
And how successful was Diamonds for you?
I think it's the biggest. I mean, it's like looking back at it. It's not the biggest selling album of all our albums, but it's the album that took us like the furthest in one go.
Yeah.
You know, we all of a sudden, you know, we were on magazines and on magazine covers and on big festivals and you know, and big tours, and did all that kind of stuff. From, you know, pretty much the first album tour was more very, very underground, you know, do whatever. Yeah.
So, after such success, was there a lot of pressure by the time you did Death by Fire?
I think that's the album that I found the hardest to write.
Okay.
We also had some
Let's show it.
challenging. Yeah. We also had some challenging lineup changes after this album. It was a nice album, but I also remember that it was like there was so much egos involved. Everybody wanted, you know, we were fighting a lot also. It was like a pretty like tough situation within the band. I remember, but on this one, that was probably the hardest one to write, because.
How did you manage that?
It took some time, and it was especially hard since we wanted to, since it was like we kind of wanted to renew ourselves a little bit after the departure of our previous guitar player that left the band, like in 2011, and I think we just took on like a little bit heavier direction with this album, because I just took it so personal that people thought that this was like even though there was like a pretty commercial success, a lot of people thought it was like not as heavy.
So you wanted to show them.
This is pretty much I wanted to show them, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it's pretty brutal. Yeah.
So you know, once you got like the aspects of Death by Fire down, by the time From Beyond came out, do you think you were like solidified again?
Yeah, absolutely. From Beyond came together so easily. It was like, if this was pretty much my brother and I that put together this album.
Trail of Fears.
Yeah. But here on From Beyond, I think that the new direction like sparked something very creative within the band again. And on this album we worked as a full band again. But it's you know, it's been different on every album, because you know, different people have been differently motivated to write music and contribute in being a part of the band. But here I think a lot of the things that we started on here came together. So you can kind of, these two albums are like pretty much in pair. I would say. I think that they are, at least, yeah.
How much touring were you able to do at that point?
On this one we were touring a lot. 2015, 2016 we were, I think that's the most busy like touring of my entire career. Going to the US for the first, no, not for the first time, but being like on a real US tour for the first time, like with proper venues and proper packages and just being around. We did South America also. We did we did pretty much, we went everywhere. World. Yeah, whole world, yeah.
So Zenith, that showed up right before pandemic.
Yes.
How affected was the band by all of the shutdowns and limitations?
Not too bad in Sweden, honestly. It was pretty nice. I enjoyed the pandemic, honestly.
Yeah. And the album itself, where does it take the band? Zenith.
What's that?
The album itself, Zenith, where does it take the band?
I think we wanted to once. I think, you know, I think we felt with these two that we kind of went as far in that direction as we could take the project. So with here we wanted to try something else, you know, go in different directions, more epic stuff, more you know, try different tempos, try different, you know, just vary ourselves. The goal was to make an album, I remember, where every song would stand out from each other in different ways. You know, and I wanted the album to be like a trip, an epic trip. So that's that one.
How do your fans respond when you throw these little right and left turns within the music?
Well, the reception of this was pretty bad, honestly. I gotta admit that. But
that's actually surprising. I love that album.
Yeah, many people do. It's a dividing album. I like it too. But you know, you just at some point you just have to, you know, write what feels, what you're motivated to do in the moment.
Yeah.
But it's like no, and for me it was like I think it was a great outlet for what we were into at that time.
Listening to you, I got a feeling that you're not someone who compromises easily when it comes to music.
Absolutely not. No, I didn't. No one of us is like compromising. If we would be compromising, we wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't be here today. That's just what it is. You know?
Also, in between, you did 2 live records, right? Yeah, Live by Fire 1 and Live by Fire 2. How would you describe Enforcer on stage?
I mean, I want to. It's hard to explain, but I want to channel the energy of the music in the best possible way, in the most extreme way. I want it to be a show, a big show. I want it to be a big experience for whoever comes out to see us. That's kind of how I can describe it.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Your most recent album, right? It appears to be the album we did back in 2023.
Yeah.
Why the title Nostalgia, considering that you're still fairly a young band?
We are not a young band anymore. I mean,
maybe you're not, right?
I'm 40 next year. I've been, you know, we've been around for 20 plus years. But it's not that type of nostalgia. I think it's like just a powerful, like, feeling, you know, when you start to think about stuff. The title of the album is taken from the song with like a similar concept.
And after the, let's say, experimentation of Zenith, what kind of a feel is Nostalgia equipped with?
I think what we wanted to do here was I wouldn't say take things back to the roots, but simplify things. I mean, Zenith had like pretty complex song structures and, you know, and all that, a lot of, you know, long and epic songs. I just wanted to I just wanted to simplify things a lot, you know, show that you can write a song with one chord progression throughout the entire song and it will still be like a good song.
Come to think of it, simplicity seems to be the hardest.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I've landed, you know, you don't always have to make it so hard for yourself. I think, and I think that's the greatness with this latest album, that it's really simplified the way perhaps things were simplified in the beginning, you know.
Do you think you finally found a direction for years to come?
I mean, for me it's never been like a line from here to there, you know. What we've been doing has been what's been feeling good in the moment. Maybe in hindsight you can like put a direction to it, but I don't know. At the same time I feel like I want to do like more, you know, more simple things in line with the last album, but I also want to, you know, explore more melodic territories in the music also. So it's like and take them. I don't know. We haven't really gotten much into next album songs, but we'll see where that lands. Really.
So it's fair to say that Enforcer is a very spontaneous band.
Yeah, well,
like whatever feels right at the moment.
I think all bands work like that. Yeah, I think, you know, having a direction is just something that you can make up afterwards when you see the results of it, you know.
Yeah. How is a band like Enforcer able to function on international stage? Tell me about your organization. Like who manages you? Like, how does that work behind the scenes?
No, but I manage the band more.
So self-managed.
Yeah, yeah. I would say we have a booking agency in Germany. We have a booking agency in the U.S. We have a record label, but apart from that, all the other stuff is like, that's something I do myself, more or less. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. According to your pattern, this or next year you should produce another album. Where are you at with that?
Yeah, good question. No, I don't have. I have some material, but it's also, I have a bunch of stuff written, but it's also really hard to make time. We toured a lot, and we all have children also, or except from Garth. So it's like that also like takes a lot of time to away from writing music and get together. We also spread out over the world. You know, we are 2 members in the US, 2 members in Stockholm. So it's
a lot of Zoom connection, right?
we play so much, so we get to see each other all the time anyway. You know, we're a very international band.
Olof, you had just about every job in this band. You were a drummer, you were a bass player, guitar player, singer. Are you the main engine that keeps Enforcer moving forward?
Well, I mean, it was like in terms of instruments, I only played drums and bass on like the very, very first demo. Apart from that, it's been Jonas who's been doing it, and we've been having like stable re-lineups ever since. Well, I guess you know, I would say it's been periods where different band members together with me have been driving the band forward.
Oh, yeah.
But that has always changed who that is. But it depends, you know, depends on who is motivated at the time, and depends who wants to do it. You know, we've been also touring with a lot of session people throughout the years also, because members have had other commitments and stuff. But and I think that's, you know, a fair things to handle things, and I think that's a reason to why we are able to still play after 20 years, because, you know, it's eventually it's all about that we have fun together.
Lyrically, what topics interest you that you sing about?
I mean, it's been a little bit different on every album also, what currently interests me, but it's like some themes that been going through, like, I mean, there's been a lot of horror themes with the band. That's like something that's been coming, especially, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Finally, in your opinion, what do you think makes Enforcer a special band?
I would say the energy, and also like the ability to craft real songs, to craft songs that stand both the test of time but the test of genre. I think you can take pretty much any of our song and play it in like, for example, an acoustic setting, and it will still be a good song. You know, I think we're all pretty good songwriters.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.